Here they are on their first drive, and they get a false start.
So on 3rd and 11, Sinnott under pressure and goes down inside the 10-yard line.
You know, he certainly has to get a couple catches under his belt and get that confidence going.
On 2nd and 23, this is Joe Mixon, and Mixon.
You pass the test with flying colors.
Patrick Laird in the backfield, and Sinnott going to throw it again to the sideline, and that catch is made, and first down yardage across the 40 and out of bounds.
But when you get a chance, break a tackle and get some yards after the catch, it's a big plus.
This is Dokes again. And across midfield to a...
They kind of get guys thinking, and that's where you got to make your move.
Will play fake. Sinnott throws and completes on the outside for first down yardage and going 36. Sinnott dodges the rusher, now throws outside. That is complete for first down.
Isn't really a luxury here for the Cincinnati defense.
On 3rd down, Sinnott got rid of it. That's complete. That is Laird again. First down yardage inside the 10 and out of bounds. Straight ahead, looking for the end zone. Did he get there? He did. Touchdown, Miami.
Could be a sneaky 3rd down weapon as the season goes. And Nick Needham on the other side has had a tremendous training camp.
With the play fake, Allen throwing, finds his man inside the 35.
Yeah, it just really gives me a lot of confidence and, you know, my future here and my role as a leader on this team. I think through training camp, having that contract done and my future here secured, I've been able to be more of a leader.
And first down from the 25-yard line. And a play fake. Sinnott throwing over the middle, and he finds his man. So a loss of 4, 2nd and 14. Sinnott, quick slant, got his man across midfield to 45.
You certainly think you're going to get the production there, but, you know, I'm not quite sure with the loss of Carl Lawson, who's going to be that speed guy off the other side.
Guys let me know that on a daily basis, but yeah, being down here with Flo and the rest of the staff has been not a...
And he was a ball magnet when he was at Oregon. They put all this together and they get some consistency. It could, you know, who are the young guys who are going to come up? I think it certainly helps. The rules have made it a little easier.
That pass. It's Allen running out of time, throws in this direction, and this is Siebert from 36 yards out. And that kick is perfect.
All things being equal, it would be very, very tough. Even though it's in time.
3rd and 4. Pass over the middle, and that is complete across the 35.
But it's a lot of the little details here that you've got to show that you can finish the football play.
Give this to Jared Dokes, and Dokes. Jordan Scarlett has now come into the backfield. Play fake to him. Sinnott flips it out to the near side, and that is Scarlett on the receiving end. Shakes one tackler and out of bounds.
And how you threaten a defense and make them respect the big ball.
Sinnott under pressure, spins away, now throws over the middle. Did he make the catch inside?
Soon enough.
3rd and 7. That pass is complete inside the 10 to the 5 and fighting for the end zone. Did he get there?
Seeing the coverage and getting the ball out of your hands.
Can't get any closer. Here's Dokes to the end zone for the touchdown.
What's amazing is that he led the FBS, Greg, since 2019 without playing. This little concentration lapse that he's shown in the last 2 games.
Until he gets the first one, it will be an issue. Allen going to go deep down the sideline, and it is. Here's a 3rd and 15 for Kyle Sherman. On the slant, got his man. And across the 40. On its way. And good. And once again, Travion Williams in the backfield as the Bengals try to work their way out of a little bit of a hole. Sherman over the middle and found his man at the 30.
Cincinnati get more production in this season is from their tight ends. That's been lacking here for a couple years.
That pass is complete across the 45. And the quick pass on the inside, popped up into the air and caught. Trent Taylor breaking tackles inside the 5. And Jacquez Patrick in the backfield. Shermer. Gonna give it to Patrick. To the end zone for the touchdown.
Missed all the fans, and we're just happy to be able to come out here and showcase what we got for them.
I'm sure you heard the phrase.
But if they can really get that running game going and those offensive linemen, well, that'll open up this offense and take it to a much different level. So that, to me, is the key.
Senate had it in the backfield on 2nd and 6. Play fake to him. Shermer throws. He completes it. And making the... Depends on the size of the
anytime you have the option to body catch it, it's an easy.
On 3rd and 14, it's a draw. And across the...
Very impressive.
From the 6-yard line. Senate. Got his man across the 25, across the 35 now, and across...
And I played like a linebacker and blitzed.
To me, but maybe not to Joe.
Oh.
Pass is complete.
Pretty sure.
Stanley Morgan.
He didn't have that many yards for real, did he?
For 104. That's what they say. This is Travion Williams breaking it. 3rd and 1. And he's going to throw for it. And that pass is complete and inside the...
You know, I guess if you think about it, back when I played, there were 4 preseason games. And you played in... the players, coaches, and the fans are looking forward to is getting a packed stadium and watching their football team play.
This is 3rd and 6. Shermer on the move. Now throws. End zone. Back of the end zone. Touchdown. Williams behind Shermer. Play fake to him. And the ball is tipped as it comes out of the quarterback's hand. And that 2-point attempt goes by the boards. 26-14 is the score.
You've been involved with some things with Haiti and the Boys and Girls Club. Talk about that.
Yeah, so, off the field, that's really what I care about. I really love giving back.
Just one more part of his game.
2nd and 6 here for Senate. Senate going to go deep. Wants it all. Got his man open. He's got him. 5-yard line. Touchdown.
And now, I mean, he almost looks unstoppable, but what a great story from where he started when he came into the league. And can he take that next step in his game?
3rd and 10. Senate under pressure, throwing deep. Penalty marker is down, and that catch is made on the near side of the field. He was a really good conversationalist.
I wonder what he found on me. Oh, man. The Dolphins receivers, are they going to be healthy and ready to go? We know that Will Fuller, he misses the first game. But to get that group back on the field.
Senate under pressure, spins away from trouble. Pointing downfield, and has got to let it fly to the end zone. Did he catch that for a touchdown? Chris Myrick did.
What a play. What a play.
27-26, Miami going for 2. Senate over the middle. Got his man. Malcolm Perry. 3rd and 8 for Shermer and the Bengals. Low snap. He handles it. And then this pass is caught. Back to the near side. That is complete. And inside the 50 to the 47 is Jacquez Patrick.
I don't think you put in McPherson. Let him ride into the season with confidence, right? You want him going into the season with a perfect field goal percentage with no chance of a miss.
4th and 10. Down the right side and incomplete. Intended for Scotty Washington, knocked away by Igbenogany.
White 20. White 27.
What a day for number 4. Reed Sinnott, 343 passing yards. That's the most by an NFL quarterback in 6 years in preseason. Our final score, Miami 29, Cincinnati 20.